Hello and welcome to this analysis of Bitcoin BTC USD. My name is Vic. I'm the founder of Akinsa Capital Management. Thanks for joining me here. So, what we're going to do is actually start looking at BTC because BTC now has a potential for a breakout. So, what we can see clearly is that we have this previous high, which has obviously been broken, and the market fell down, which is very common, right? Which is very, very understandable because the market tested all-time highs and the market took a little correction. So what can happen now? What are the important levels? So let's find out in this analysis. Stay tuned. Right, so what we're going to do is start from higher time frame. So if I look at the monthly time frame, what we have is simply like this. We had this M pattern. If you have been following my analysis, this is what I predicted. I predicted that market was going to fall down to near about this level or even further down. Market did not fall further down. However, it reached the target, one of our targets, and then started to move higher. And now it actually basically closed above the previous high on the monthly time frame basis. Soon after that, it fell down. So this previous monthly high, right, this previous monthly high, that is also very important, because when the market will come here, it is going to test whether it wants to stay bit below that or wants to go above. So this high, this previous high, is going to be important, and obviously this high, all time high, is also going to be very important for this if it wants to go even higher. So watch out for these two levels, which are going to be crucial for Bitcoin's next move. So this is the level which is approximately on my feed, because you get several feeds on Bitcoin. So on this feed, which I'm using on Bitstamp, so this one is 67,281, and the next one after that is we have 73,794. So these two levels are obviously very important, because if BTC wants to break out, then these two can act as very strong resistance. Now, if I go to the daily time frame, actually, in fact, before that, you see what we can do is, because we had these two highs here, one high here, other one high here, right? What we can do is we can join this to be a trend line, and this can become a good target or good resistance level. So if BTC breaks out, then it can try to reach this trend line as well, which can act as resistance. So there are a few levels which I'm going to show to you, but better levels are present in my premium analysis. If you're interested in that, you can find a link to premium analysis service in the description of this video. But I'll show you a few levels here which are also going to be very important. Now, before that, why I think that the BTC could be breaking out is because of few things which have happened in this journey. Okay, first of all, this correction was a shallow correction. When we have a shallow correction followed by a big momentum, the market usually continues in the same direction. I said the same thing in the gold as well. If you haven't seen my gold analysis, I've just posted that. Go and check that out as well. So this was a very shallow correction, and soon after that, we had a huge momentum. Now, this, in comparison, is good enough correction as compared to this. This was a small correction. This is mediocre correction. It's okay correction. But you will notice what was happening here in this correction. The market did not want to go down. Wicks, several wicks, which basically meant that wherever the market was trying to get to this healthy correction, something was pushing the price up. So there was one pin bar here, and now what we have is kind of like, on weekly basis, we have bullish engulfing candle. So that is a good sign that market could be breaking out. And besides that, we have few our proprietary indicators which are also showing some of the possibilities of breakout. So this is one. Second one is that we have this weird looking kind of W pattern. This is not one of the valid W patterns, but I sometimes look at it like, from analysis point of view, just to assess the market trend. So this is a W pattern, and when this W pattern actually shows a minor correction, this usually gives us a good breakout. So that is also one of the reasons. So how many reasons I've given you? One is that we had, like, pin bars here, or the pins here. Then we have this bullish breakout. Then we have this shallow correction here. Then we have this momentum, right? And then we possibly have this trend line which market can try to reach. So these are all the things which are telling me that market could be breaking out. Now all the things, if they're pointing towards one side, This is the confluence that you need for high probability setup. I'm not saying that this is going to happen, but there is a high probability setup of this is happening. So what I'm going to do is switch on the levels, and these are all the levels. So what we have here is that market has been consolidating. I posted about this I think a couple of weeks ago on Twitter and Telegram group. We run a free Telegram group as well. So if you're interested in joining that, you'll find the link to that in the description of this video or somewhere on the screen. So the market was like, kind of consolidating while taking this corrective structure. Then it broke out. So look at this huge candle. This is a very good candle. And the biggest thing that we have got in this local structure, in this minor structure, is again this little shallow correction. When we have shallow correction followed by good momentum, the market may try to go all the way. And these are the levels. So there are minor levels in the middle. So we have this, obviously, they are here, one here, but bigger levels, if the market starts to break out, then these are the levels approximately. One is 74,000 approximately. Then we have 77,341, 78,562. Then we have 83,545. And I posted about this on Twitter that, Bitcoin could be going towards 83,000 or so. So these are the conservative targets. Now, there are a few more targets to the upside, and there are a few more targets to the downside. Why we have the downside targets is because if the market conditions change, remember, a market can do anything. If Bitcoin can grow from 3,500 to 67,000 and fall back down to 15,000, it can do it again. So what we can have is that the market may try to go towards it, maybe like, somewhere around here, maybe one of these targets here, and then fall down to complete an M pattern. So that is why we should have few targets to the downside, because if you are a trader, not an investor, or if you're trading options or futures on cryptos, then you need to know those targets as well, because those levels as well, because they can act as your support or targets or profit targets, or sorry, support targets and resistance level. So those are present in my premium analysis report, but this is how it is looking at the moment. And even today, this candle is still growing. So this thing, I was expecting market to come down after a breakout. I was expecting it to come down to retest this trend line and basically a big correction, but that did not happen. It gave us a very small correction. Now, what we have after that is a breakout candle once again. So, after a breakout candle, what we expect, the market may pick up the momentum, and in that process, it may complete a bigger W pattern. It may complete around here, maybe like, there'll be a correction, but if it is again a shallow correction, then again it will start its journey to the upside. So there are few levels here and here and here, and there are few levels at the bottom as well, which are very important. But these are the higher time frame levels, and these are the bullish targets that we should be watching out for. Right? So hopefully you enjoyed this analysis. If you did, make sure that you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, share it with other traders and trading communities, and you're most welcome to join our Telegram channel where I'll post updates to this analysis. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you for watching. Find and follow us on these social media channels.